you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you make me feel only 20 pounds overweight. Oh, look at his beard. He's got quite a beard. He looks like an out-of-shape Civil War general. My dearest Peggy, it has been a fortnight since I've had a salad. I love my beard. You grow a beard and strangers are fascinated. I have strangers come to me, hey, why don't you grow your beard out? I joined Al-Qaeda. Don't even joke around about that. But you can ask about facial hair, right? You can't be like, hey, how long you had the man boobs? Are they natural? Now you're looking at my man boobs. To me, they're beautiful. When do I get a Dove commercial? I'm talking about the Dove ice cream bar, which barely cleans your body and is less racist. Thank you for coming out. It is great to be here. Thank you so much. It's been a crazy year for me. Crazy year. I don't know if you know, in April, it was discovered my wife had a brain tumor. I'm not even making this up. It was removed. She's great. Everything's good. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't remove it. I was in the other room soiling myself, but the tumor is gone, along with my ability to ever win another argument. It's not like I was winning a lot before, but now I'm retired. And luckily, my wife's not the type to bring it up. Well, once she did. She was like, you know, I did have brain surgery. And I couldn't be like, yeah, that was like a month ago. It's time to move on, you know? What about my seasonal allergies? We all have our cross to bear. It was crazy. You know, the surgeon told me the tumor was the size of a pear, which is scary, but also confusing. I was like, did he go to med school or a farmer's market? But tumors are often compared to fruit. A pear, a lemon, a grapefruit. Interesting fact, worst tumor, grapefruit. Worst fruit, grapefruit. When you think about it, a grapefruit looks more like a tumor than a fruit. I must feel sorry for grapefruit. Yeah, we can't win, yeah? We're already the worst fruit, now we're compared to the worst tumor? Well, at least we help old people poop. That is the worst impression of a grapefruit ever. It's kind of unfortunate that there's another fruit that's much smaller named grape. Because you know there's situations in doctors' offices, we found a tumor, it's the size of a grape. Thank God I didn't finish. Grapefruit. Oh, that's very different. It was strange. You know, when the doctor told me the tumor was the size of a pear, I thought, wow, I guess doctors are bad at analogies. But I quickly realized they're just dumbing it down for idiots like me. Like the surgeon looked at me and thought, well, this guy's not gonna understand centimeters. I don't even wanna try and explain circumference. Based on appearance, he doesn't eat fruit, but he's probably seen a pear when he's at the grocery store buying ice cream. I don't know why the surgeon sounds like Andy Rooney. Ever notice tumors look like fruit? By the way, if you don't know who Andy Rooney is, you're a child. And if you do know who Andy Rooney is, you should probably eat more grapefruit. Tumors compared to fruit, sometimes they're compared to balls, like a golf ball or a softball. But the surgeon looked at me and thought, I'm gonna stick with food. I got a better shot of this fat ass understanding. I joke around, but it was scary. We have 5 children, and there were moments when I was like, oh my gosh, if anything happens to my wife, those 5 kids are gonna be put up for adoption. Some of these jokes are just for the fathers. My wife was so amazingly strong and brave during this whole experience. For 3 months after the surgery, she couldn't eat solid foods. And our friends would send us the most delicious food she couldn't eat. So I found myself hiding the food and secretly eating it. It's like a whole new eating disorder for me. Am I supposed to feel shame because I'm helping my wife? Really, I'm a hero. She mostly ate Jell-O. Jell-O, you know what they make Jell-O out of? Bones and hooves. I always thought that was an urban legend. Bones and hooves. What kind of madman? Let me have the bones and hooves. I've got an idea for a kid's dessert. It'll be huge. We'll get Cosby to do the commercials. Everyone trusts him. Anyone using the eyeballs, I can make an abacus. I've got tons of ideas.
That is so weird. It's all so uncomfortable. So you're really a surgical nurse? Let me ask you a question. And all I want is what is your first name again? Kim. Okay, and all I want is a yes or a no from you, because we hear these stories at parties, and I think they're bullshit, and they're just hearsay, but all I want is a yes or a no from a real professional, Kim. We hear stories about people coming into an emergency room, and they have a rectal exam, and they find things in there that should not be in there. Kim, yes or no? Yes. Okay, the floor is yours. Before you say anything, is the lighting okay for you? Can you see Kim? No, you don't have to tell us the hospital, you don't have to tell us the name, but to hear it from a real professional, what was the object? What was the object? Gerbils. Nobody had fucking gerbils in there. No. How does that happen? How do you get a gerbil in there? That's the last time I go to a pet store with no pants on. I was leaning against the cage. There was 3 in there. Now there's only 2. Where'd the gerbil go? Where's the gerbil? Where is the gerbil? Medically, how do they remove that? I guess they just have the guy bend over and put some cheese on his nuts and wait. That's so weird. I don't know, like if I had a gerbil in my ass, I would die before I'd go see somebody with it. Because how do you go to the doctor's office? Can I speak to a doctor? Well, what's the problem? Were you really there for this? How do you keep a professional face? And that's why you guys wear masks, so you don't... Like, what does the person say? Did you see it firsthand? You did. So what do they say? What is a person... Like, I wouldn't know what to say. Can I speak to the doctor? You go to the pet store, okay, I'll buy the gerbil. Do you want the habit trail? No, I'll take care of that myself. Was it still alive? You know, I was doing a comedy show, now I'm doing a remedial seminar for the Animal Planet. I'm trying to do a show, you got questions. Was it still alive? That's what you want to know? Does it matter to you? Does it matter? I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't alive. It was. It was still alive. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, such a cute story. Did one of the nurses take it home? Why does my gerbil smell like shit?
I know y'all are tickled. To go and try on bathing suits, yay. I'd rather take a bullet. But it's that thing everybody has to do. I did a big show for a bunch of women one time, and a woman came up to me and said, have you ever seen the swim dress at Land's End at Sears? And I was like, no, I'm not dead yet, but she goes, no, I'm not, it'll change your life. So I go to the Sears in my hometown. Have y'all been to Sears lately? There's not a soul in Sears. There's nobody shopping, nobody working. The lights are all on. I thought, are they running dope out of Sears? But I got a swim dress and I'm beautiful in it. I am beautiful in it. It covers up all my boogity boo. Okay, so what I've worn for years, over the years, is a miracle suit. The miracle suit is at department stores. It's got a tag on it that says lose 10 pounds in 10 minutes. And you do, because you sweat yourself to death trying to get it on. Because it's a one piece and there's a girdle in it. I know, gross. Okay, have you eaten? All right, there's a girdle in it, so it smooths you out real cute through here. You look real nice through here because it squeezes your fat out in every other hole. And don't get it wet. Somebody will have to cut it off of you. So I buy it. I bought it for years. I bought it and I looked terrible in it. And I knew it, so I'd buy a big sarong and like wrap it around my body and then act like I'm reading a book. Okay, so my good friend knew that I was buying miracle suits. She goes, I want one. So she took her 14-year-old girl and they went to the department store and they got in the dressing room and the 14-year-old was sacking her mama up in this bathing suit. They both broke out in a sweat over their lip. And the 14-year-old said, ooh. Gross. Mom, put it back, let's get out of here. She said, I can't, I gotta buy it. I just peed in it.
I don't need to be doing that, you see? That's exactly why I don't do that. Like, when do I need to... I don't need to do this. Do I need to hop into a motorcycle extremely quickly? I don't need to do that. I went to like this boot camp where they just yell at you and everything and tell you to do all this stuff. He's like, come on, man, push it. Come on, go hard or go home. So I went home. I have got my shows to watch, okay? I will not sit here and tolerate this. It was not for me. Gotta take care of my body, you know? Like, remember I had my appendix removed. You ever have your appendix removed? Yeah, it's terrible. Like, and I remember when I saw the signs of it. I said, you know, I go on WebMD because I'm, you know, and I watched a few episodes of House, so I figured out, like, I know what's going on with my body. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh man, this is confusing. I'm like, what's going on here? And they said you'll feel a sharp pain in the right side of your stomach. And like, it was weird because I had a burrito that day, so I thought I was good. I'm like, I should be good. I could probably fart this out. Yeah, I should be good. But it was a real ordeal, y'all. I had to go to the hospital. I made it to the ER, and like, they pulled it out just in time. As they were in, like, doing the surgery, my appendix burst as they were pulling it out. Like, I would have went septic. It was crazy. And so, like, but they right before they're getting me prepped, they're all like, well, what do you do for a living? And I was like, oh, I'm a comedian. And they were like, hey, Rachel, this guy that we're gonna be working on, he's a comedian. How awesome is that? You know, like, you could use this in your stand-up, and I'm doing it right now. But so since they thought that, you know, like I was a comedian, you know, like that they wanted to play a joke on me, you know, so like the first thing they did, like they were like, all right, Jay, we're gonna have you count down from 5, and then you're gonna go into the, you know, and then when you wake up, your appendix will be gone. I was like, all right, cool. And so they go 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, Rachel, you ready for this emergency thumb removal? And I was like, emergency thumb removal? And then I just went black. They talk about you have very lucid and vivid dreams when you're unconscious. It was just the entire time of me just like in a Mario world just trying to find my thumb. Like, it was just, never found it. I woke up, I was like, ah! Thank you. Yes. It's not fun, okay? It's not fun.